Hi. So we have a new problem that I'm hoping to get your help with, and that is selecting an appropriate teacher device for the future. So right now we all have the traditional laptops like over here, and what we can now start looking at are the convertible laptops. Those are the ones like a doctor's office would have where it flips all the way over and it's a touch screen, or a tablet, not necessarily an iPad, but a Surface Pro or something of that model where it is two pieces, but it does have a screen you can write on with a keyboard that can detach or flip back. So this process is pretty extensive, and I don't think as a corporation we've ever done anything like this before. But we can give options to even different grade levels, potentially, but especially thinking about related arts. If an art teacher needs a convertible or a tablet over a conventional laptop, then we could potentially do that. Now, I'm not going to ask you guys to look at cost or anything like that. So some of this is out of our control, but what is in our control is making suggestions for this. So we've created a rubric that you guys can change if you guys feel that we need to, because I honestly haven't gotten a ton of feedback. I worked with Angie on this a little bit, but you'd have your name, the date, the manufacturer, which we're going to get Dell's, HP's, the Microsoft Surface Pro is another example. The model, whether it is a conventional convertible or tablet. And then what I want you guys to do is either let a teacher use it for a day or examine it, or you sit down with the teacher and look at it, or you just use it. And then talk about the features, strong point, weak points. And then there are several categories here that we want you to look at: the ease of operation, durability, reliability. The software is a little bit of an issue that we've seen with Chromebooks and iPads, just making sure that it is Flash ready and or Adobe. There's several programs that don't work on some devices. That the display quality is good, the keyboard layout and touch is okay. It helps the teaching practice. So again, like an art teacher being able to draw on something digitally, and then the efficiency of it, how quickly it boots up and seems to work. And again, it's not going to have our desktop on it. It's going to be a model. So some of that will have to be a little bit, that's hard to measure or get quantitative data on. And then also the ports. Does it have HDMI? Does it have VGA? Does it have the ports to support us in the future? And then hopefully we can make some recommendations, and then we can see what we can afford to do and go off of that. So what you'll see below is that there is a link to sign up if you are interested in helping with this. And then we have to figure out a rotation on who gets a device for a week or whatever the time frame is, and then where does it go next and how we transfer the devices. So these are all loaner devices from the company, and we are going to get some throughout the year. So we have 3 in right now, and we're going to get a lot more in January when the new models come out. And the goal eventually would be that you guys would have your devices replaced this summer, and then in 2 summers we would look at starting to phase out the teacher computers into whatever the recommendations are here. But we're trying to get feedback from stakeholders. This is just teacher devices, so it's not student devices. And the other piece that you don't need to worry about is how it hooks up to like your, if I look over here, this has a docking station. They now make universal docking stations, so that's not going to be an issue. Tech will worry about some of the hardware hookups to make sure it gets onto the projectors and everything. We don't have to worry about that. We are really looking at it for an instructional use. and then again making our recommendations. So hopefully you'll help with this, and we'll start this program as soon as we get things you guys signed up and get them rolling. Thanks.